Good afternoon. My name is Talon, and I'm going to give my 2 cents worth review on this folding hunter knife that I've had since 1979. Now, this is the Sharpe 150. And before I go over the dimensions on this, the blade length used to be 1/4 inch longer. But about in 1986, I was doing something stupid with it when I was in the Marine Corps, and I used it for prying something. When I did, I busted the tip off of it. And I left that like it was for a while because I was using it as a screwdriver. But then I just got to where I didn't like the look. So I took it to some people that did some machine shop work, and they kind of recontoured it so it would look right. Okay. Now, that being said, blade length, plain blade, 2¼ inch. Okay. The handle is 4 inches. Overall is 7 inches. Now, it sounds a little misleading if you add those up, but this part in there I don't count as part of the blade only because it cannot be used for cutting. So in this part, that could sound like it skews the measurements a little bit. All right. If I go into metric though, this is 6 centimeters, 10 centimeters, but 18 overall. Remember, you got to take this part into consideration. All right. The overall weight, and this is kind of heavy, in my opinion, is 5¾ ounces, which is 165 grams. Now, this particular knife has pretty much been around the world with me. I took it on all of my deployments. And this is something where the sheath was rigged up into my H harness, and I just fold it up and stick it in there. Okay. A lot of people like to have those big full tang knives, non-folders. This was the one I wanted to go with right here, and it never failed me, never. Now the locking mechanism on this is one of those frame locks here. I don't know exactly what it's called, but you push here, this kind of angles this area up, and that lets the blade close. I'm not going to flip it over, only because I have my name engraved on the other side, and my wife does not want my name going out online. But I engraved this in the other knife I took on my deployments just because we had some people that if they thought the opportunity arose for them to pick up somebody else's blade, they would do that. So it's pretty sad that that would happen, but I wanted to make sure that mine was going to stay with me. Okay, I'm not going to show all the work I've done with this, but growing up, this was my hunting knife. This is what I used for doing bushcraft and camping with. I've taken it every time I've gone fishing. So any of the tasks you think that you might use hunting after you bag an animal and you're going to process it, this knife was doing it. Any task you think you're going to do with fishing, this knife was doing it. When it came to camping and bushcraft, I was using it to help make things like tent stakes, baton wood, feather stick, things of that nature. This knife was pretty solid performer all the way around. Now I picked this knife because I wanted something that would be totally different looking than what my brother had. Now my older brother, I kind of wrote this down in here, had a buck 110. He paid about $20 for it a year before I got this one. He got it in 1978. Okay, I checked the price nowadays. This knife was $20 for me in 1979. Same what he paid for his buck. So you might think, wow, the buck's the better knife. Well, okay. Well, I've seen this one for sale online last week at $100, even though I don't think this company is making them. in a long, long time. So a used one is $100. A brand new buck 110, $105. So it can be debated as to which one is the better one. My brother still carries his buck 110 every day. I still carry this one every day. And, paying $20 for it, I cannot say I went wrong with it. And if you know a buck 110 and you set this down next to it, you can easily tell a difference. And the idea was that this knife felt like it had about the same strength, the same weight as my brother's 110, just a little bit shorter. But if I put them both together, you could tell the difference, because I did not want to pick up his by accident or him pick up mine by accident, and one of us maybe just accidentally messes up the other person's knife. That's just not cool. Did not want to do that to my brother, have my brother do it to me. So in this regard, about this one, totally unique looking when compared to that buck 110, but this is a solid performer, and this went with me on all my deployments. So if I had to trust my life to a knife, this is one of the two knives that I trusted my life to. And I'm glad I did. My name is Talon. This is Old Guy Stuff from Busy Corner Lane. And I'm just giving my 2 cents worth on this. I've seen some in yard sales. If you find them for under that $100, hey, nowadays you're probably getting a great deal on this. Because I seriously think this knife is worth it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great, peaceful, wonderful, safe day, and goodbye.